Yeah. So yeah, I put us live right now, and I'm gonna divide you guys in small rooms. And in those small rooms, for the ones that don't know yet, you need to choose a leader to lead the conversation and to make the questions. So yeah, and in these small rooms, you guys will talk normally about the topic, and then I'll put you guys back to the main room to discuss with me and to share different opinions. So let me just divide you guys. Wait a second. So just accept the invitation, and I see you later in some minutes. So yeah, bye-bye, guys. I guess, no, I guess that's it. 6 people. Let me just adjust something. Bye-bye, Roberto. Bye-bye. So guys, let's start. I've already introduced myself to the group, so let me ask Ana, Laura, can you introduce yourself to everyone?
Hey guys, I am Ana Laura. I am 24. I live in São José dos Campos, in the countryside of the state of São Paulo, and I am a biochemical engineer. And I am attending here on TNT meetings since the beginning of May, and it's a pleasure to be here with you. Thank you.
Welcome. Nice to see you here again on my meeting. So you're always here, so it's awesome. So, Shahis, what about you? Can you introduce yourself? Tell me.
All right. I'm Charles Lopes. I'm 41 years old. I was born in Brasilia, but I live in Santa Catarina City, north of the Brazil, Pará States, about 12 years ago. I'm an agricultural engineer. I'm married and have 2 daughters, and I know TNT about 1 month, maybe. That's it. Thank you for
Nice to see you here.
receiving. All right.
Yeah, you're welcome. So, Rafael, what about you? Can you tell me? Who are you?
Hello, my name is Rafael. I'm 30 years old. This is my second time on TNT. My first time was yesterday. When I met Charles, he was yesterday too. So I live in the east zone of São Paulo State, in a city called Poá, and that's it.
So welcome. And yeah, I guess you guys are here every day then. Charlie's must be here every day, I guess, or something like that. You come to here like really often. So it's great. So welcome to TNT. You like it a lot, and I hope you come back a lot of times because you become addicted. So Ayla, I guess. Am I saying your name right?
Yeah.
So
Ayla.
so can you introduce yourself to the group?
Okay. Hi guys, good evening. I'm Ayla. I'm 45 years old. I'm beginner, and It is my fourth time in TNT. And I live in Belém. And I'm married. I have a daughter. And I have a little dog. And that's it.
So, yeah, welcome. So, I guess, Fernando, can you accept the invitation? Because I put you in room 3 just to have a better conversation because we are crowded here. I think he's connected to his audio, so I don't think he'll listen to me. But anyways, okay, Fernando is listening to me right now. Okay, he left. So let's start, guys. Can everybody see the questions in the chat? Everybody can see it. So let's start. What type of food do you consider to be unhealthy? And do you consume that? And how often do you consume that? Because I guess some people consider some things to be healthy and others don't somehow. I think some foods we all know that is unhealthy, like McDonald's or something like that. But some things some people consider to be healthy and some people don't. So what type of food do you consider to be unhealthy, and like instead of junk food? And if you consume that, and how often do you consume that? So Ana Laura, can you start?
Sure. So I believe that unhealthy food would be, industrialized food. Just like there are so many things that you can buy frozen. I don't know, it is correct to say frozen food. It is, you just put in the oven, on the microwave. And I believe that this type of food is harmful for our health. So, and because, they have a lot of, generally they have a lot of fat and salt and I don't know, conservantes, I don't know how to say in English, but something like that. And I try to avoid to consume. Maybe I consume some things like that about once a month. I don't know.
I searched it on Google. I think it's frozen food. I'm not sure, but I think it's really it. So I don't know if there is another translation for that, but I agree with you. I guess we're always eating something like that because sometimes we don't have time to cook, and then we just eat something like that, and we know it's unhealthy, but that's the only thing we can do at the moment. But yeah, we need to change that. Industrialized food in general, we are always eating that and just accepting it somehow because that's what we see in the supermarket. So I agree with you. So Rafael, what about you? Do you have in mind any type of food that is unhealthy?
Well, I wanted to waiting for that topic, but I think that I have a lot of unhealthy food in my fridge, and I have bad habits. It's a need to change, to change all of that habits. If you know, I will have a early death. That's
Yeah.
it.
I totally agree. I think we're all in the same. So Charles, what about you?
For me, or in my opinion, every industrialized food, cans, foods, I guess it's health, but it's a reality for the majority of us. at the moment. And we used to eat some foods this type. Uh, in my house, we avoid eat this kind of the food, but unfortunately we have to eat sometimes. I think the hamburger or hot dog, it's health too, but it's necessary in these days, and we eat. I think most important it's that people don't eat all the time and every day, but that's it. Uh, Maybe it's better if you use with other kind of the aliments like soda. All right. In combination, I think it's worst for our body. That's it for me for today. Thank you for asking.
Yeah, I totally agree. Yeah, I also think that. So, Ayla, what about you? What do you think? What's your opinion?
In my opinion, junk foods are the worst food. And I rarely eat this kind of food, but when I'm traveling or when I go out on weekends, I end up eating it. But I try to avoid as much as possible. I try to avoid no eating all the time this kind of food. That's
Yeah,
it.
that's great. Yeah, I think we should avoid that. So, yeah, I kind of agree with all of you guys. And I think that we can somehow escape. We can't, because it's really difficult. Even though like we eat fruits, for example, they have a lot of agrotoxics. So we can't fight. We're always eating something industrialized somehow and not totally healthy. So somehow we can't fight, we can't avoid. We will always eat something like that. But of course, we should avoid junk food and those that we know that are like the worst, for our health, of course. So the second question is, do you have a diet plan? Do you have a diet that you usually do, or you don't diet yourself, just eat whatever you want? And somehow we don't consider ourselves as dieting, but we are if we like avoid something. So do you avoid something, some foods? So can you talk about it? Ana Laura, can you start?
Yeah. So I avoid to consume frying foods, because when I was younger, I have some problems, healthy problems, and stomachache and gastritis, And so when I went to the doctor and received these, I forgot the word, these diagnostics, and I started to do a more restricted diet. But nowadays I quite not try to, I have a plan, a schedule to do. In the beginning, yes, but nowadays I don't do it. I just avoid to consume these industrialized foods and frying, and in the night try to consume some light food, just like soups, etc. But I'm not do a restricted diet, but I avoid some foods.
Yeah, and like with time, it like you get used to it. Like if you start avoiding something, then you get used to it. You won't like it anymore, and it
You
happens.
don't miss it.
Yeah. So, Charles, what about you?
I'm on diet right now, about 2 or 3 months. I started diet frequently. Why? Because I'm above the 14 years old and my metabolism is not too fast anymore. Uh, I'm overweight a little, and for avoid other problems, I I I made or diet sometimes in my life. Uh, I think important we keep your correct weight. Uh, don't I don't make much exercise because my life is busy, and I think important choose health food and sometimes make a diet, not a strict diet, but avoid sugar, avoid salt and oil, and that's it. I think we can have a good life if you um, keep these things equilibrate, right? That's it for me.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think we should all try to be the healthiest we can somehow. So yeah, I agree with you. So Rafael, what about you? Do you have a diet plan or not? Do you avoid some kinds of foods in general?
Well, I think I don't have a diet plan already, but I do what I can. For example, here in my house, we stopped buying açúcar refinado. I don't know how to say that. And we started to buy organic sugar, maybe. It's a little expensive, but I think it's a good thing for our health. Sometimes we try to fry things with azeite. I don't know how to say azeite in English. But however, I think healthy food still is expensive in the supermarket. Maybe a massive education of the Brazilians could lower the prices and things will be much easier. That's all.
Yeah, I agree. I think some types of foods are really expensive, so most people don't buy it because of the price. And yeah, that's why most people are unhealthy. But I agree. I cut it this type of sugar. I search it and it's refined sugar, or there's another name here, but I'll put it on the chat. And oil, azeite is oil. So you understand.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
And Ayla, what about you? Do you have a diet plan or do you avoid some types of food?
No, I don't have a diet plan. Actually, I don't like a diet plan, but I try to consume more proteins. I don't know proteins, vegetables, fruits, and quality fats, like coconut oil. And I try to avoid eating too much uh, bread, beets, animal fat, uh, candy, and ice cream, and a lot of salt and sugar. And that's all.
Yeah, I think it's amazing. I personally, I change it for the refined sugar. I don't know how to say that, but I'll try. Anyways, just like Rafael, and here in my home, like my dad has like a high blood pressure, so we can't put a lot of salt in the food in any type. So it's somehow restricted in some type of way. But I think it's only that we don't we avoid junk food, of course, and those type of stuffs, but nothing specific, nothing too stricted. So the third question, is there any eating habit you like to change in yourself, or do you think you're already doing great in your way to become a fitness person? So Charles, can you start?
Of course, thank you for choose me first. Uh, yes, a lot, but the main I think I would like eat less because I think it's unnecessary. We eat a lot. It's in our mind or our mind. We don't need it 3 times per day. We don't need it too much for live. Uh, and unfortunately, we are educated for this kind of the, the meal. Or I don't know how I can say this, but in Brazil we have bad habits in our meals. Uh, and I think I can change or uh, eat less or eat not 2 3 times in the day. I think it's unnecessary. And that's it. I think we eat a lot. And unfortunately, I like a lot the sweet things too. And I try a lot. I try avoid often. So that's it for me.
Yeah, I kind of agree. Like sometimes we eat a lot. Like for example, I have a lot of anxiety, especially in the pandemic. So I usually am eating like some things here and another thing there. So I'm kind of like that. So I agree with you. We don't need to eat like this way. Even though it's a little, we are always eating something in my case. So yeah, I agree with you. So Ayla, what about you? Would you change something in your eating habit?
Yeah, I would like to drink less coffee. I I I drink too much coffee. I mean, I need a coffee in the morning to begin well my day. But uh, coffee, it is a energy drink, but if consumed in excess, it is very bad for the body too. And then I would like to drink less coffee. That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, that's the problem. We get addicted and then we can't sleep or something like that. So yeah, I agree. So Ana Laura, what about you? Would you like to change something or do you think you are great?
Oh, definitely. My Achilles heels are candies, especially chocolate. So I would like to change that to try to consume less chocolate. And I'm not vegan or vegetarian, but I would like to adhere that movement, called Monday without meat. But my problem is that I still need to in my meals, I especially on dinner and at lunch, I need rice, beans, and mistura. And that's the problem. But I would like to adhere these movements.
What about you, Rafael? Would you like to change something in your eating habit?
Certainly, I would like the same thing as Ana Laura. I eat a lot of candy, and there is too much sugar in candies, chocolate, and other candies and sweetie things. But yeah, I want to change this habit in the future. That's all.
So, I personally, I guess I'm trying to become vegetarian somehow because I think I'm not that addicted to meat anymore. So somehow it's easy for me right now, but I still need to avoid cheese, other stuffs. So I'm kind of adapting, but yeah, I hope I get there. Anyways, so guys, let's answer the fifth question. Let's go to the fifth question because we talked about eating a lot and eating just a little bit, and there is no equilibrium at all. So I'm gonna ask you guys, what do you know about eating them? How many eating disorders do you know in mind, in English? If you don't, no problem, but just let's discuss about it. And how can we lose or gain weight in a healthy way instead of becoming crazy? So, Ayla, can you start?
Yeah, sure. And number 4. Hi.
Number 5.
Hi, can you hear? Number 5. Well, I don't know. Eating disorders. Yeah.
Like if you don't know any of them, but you get the idea, like what do you think about it? Like being too restricted to food or eating a lot, what do you think about it? How can a person control that? Don't need to name them, just discuss about the topic, in general. What do you think about it?
I think about it, organic food.
The fifth question.
It's correct.
The fifth question, number 5.
Number 5.
Yeah.
Or eating disorders.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't know much about it, but the little I've seen or read, I understand to be in a balance, I don't know, disequilíbrio of the mind in relation to food, you know. As in cases of anorexia and bulimia, I don't know. And I mean, in these cases, when left untried, não tratados, can lead to death. And I think the best way to lose or gain weight is start with an exercise routine with a balanced diet. And that's it. It is for me. It is a difficult question. I don't know much about it.
Yeah. So, yeah, but yeah, it is a difficult question somehow because, like, we don't listen to that a lot. Like, people usually don't talk about it. Somehow we know that exists, but there are many, not only anorexia and bulimia. So, I think it's really difficult to discuss about it because we don't know what they go through. But yeah, you spoke really well. Amazing. I love it. Don't worry. So,
Okay.
Rafael, what about you? What do you know about eating disorders and how can we lose or gain weight in a healthy way?
Well, I've never heard that expression before, and I've just searched on Google Tradutor this Google Translate. I think that eating disorders, it's a result of the society, what the society do with the people, because a person a little fat can be anxious for pressure of the society, for pressure on her job, and a person that is skinny, he might be for to be skinny for other people. You know, I don't know if I say correct, but I think it's a result, and I I lost my thoughts. I lost. That's all. I don't know if I could show my thoughts.
You expressed yourself pretty well. I understood everything. I think that's pretty much it. So yeah, I agree with you. And Charles, what about you? What do you know and think about eating disorders?
I think it's a disease. This disease it is related anorexia or other other disease about don't like to eat, bring for the society pressure in the most part for the woman. Keep your body skin. I think this expression built this type of the things. How was said before for you and other roommates? And I think the better way to lose weight it's change your habits, your alimentary habits, and try sorry, I don't know it is oh maybe lost weight slowly. I think it's more health for us. Try lost weight more slowly and change your alimentary habits and make or do exercise. I have a conclusion making too. Sorry. That's it for me. Thank you for asking.
Oh, yeah, I agree. So, Ana Laura, what about you? What do you know about eating disorders? And what do you think about it?
So, as Charles just mentioned, eating disorders are diseases. And I just Google it right now. I just know 3, but it seems that are 12 types. And I know bulimia, anorexia, and compulsion that usually leads to obesity, right? And, you know, it's a disease and you need to, it needs to treatment, right? So I believe that in this type of disease is important psychological follow-up and also maybe, I don't know, a follow-up also with a nutritionist. And how can we lose or gain weight in a healthy way? I totally agree with Ayla just said. You need to define and follow a balanced diet and try to do a lot of exercise. That's it.
Yeah, like I said, there are a lot of eating disorders and we only know a few because we usually don't talk about it. But yeah, I totally agree. So, Fern, right? Fern, how can I say your name? Yeah.
I'm very lost because my connection failed. But what's the question?
We are in the 5th question, talking about eating disorders. Do you want me to send again, or you have the question?
Eating disorder is complicated because nowadays I try I have diet balance because I'm a athlete. I have to feed very well. But sometimes the people have some much eating disorder because have this society charge so much. You have a spell form. It's the people. If you get in shape, you need gym, you need exercise. Sometimes the people don't have several people don't like exercise, gym. Né? Sometimes the people focus your try compensate your mental disorder for food, né? Então, the people eat so much junk food. The people get up early for installing your refrigerator. Have with this. But the eating disorder is something so much something modern life now, because the people sometimes you don't get able following the all the thing the people like as standard, né? Sometimes this is get able something like disease, né? Because the people have psychotic break, né? Psychotic break, né? Is this?
Yeah, I agree. So guys, we have some minutes. People will come back soon. So yeah, I also agree. I think that eating disorders is like a difficult topic to talk about, like you guys said. And somehow like because of the beauty standards like we talked about, people start being too restricted, or mostly restricted to eating and to food. So they lose the equilibrium, and then it become like something like without equilibrium. Like some people get too restricted and don't eat at all, like for days. Some people like eat a lot and then they vomit, so they lose the equilibrium to lose weight. So yeah, I think that, like Ayla said and Ana Laura said, I think the best way to lose weight or to gain weight, maybe it's to exercise, to work out. And like Fern said, sometimes we don't want to work out, so we choose other ways. But I think it's more healthy than going on a diet. Of course, we need to eat healthy, but if we consider the diet like too restricted, it won't be healthy anymore. So I also don't think it's great. So we need an equilibrium. So yeah, guys, let me put the people in the main room again. Let's wait until they come back. And yeah, the seventh question is, what's your opinion about, we already talked about. Let's go to the last question. The last question. How many diets have you ever heard about? And is it healthy? Like, do you remember how many, like, what diets do you have in mind? Like, there are names of the diets, like there are diets that are strange. Yeah, I don't know. Like some people I heard of crazy diets, like they only eat, I don't know, bananas for 1 week and they lose like 7 kilos. Those crazy stuff. So have you ever heard about something crazy that way or not? No? Yeah? So do you remember any of those or not? I think people are coming back.
I just remember, you know that movie, The Devil Wears Prada? There's a scene that a girl comes to I forgot the word to protagonista and said, I am on a diet and it's amazing. I don't eat nothing. And when I feel that I'm about to faint, desmaiar, I eat a piece of cheese and then I get better. It's the craziest thing I ever heard. I know that is fiction, right? But I do believe that exists some people in the world that do such things.
Yeah, I guess.
The people is very crazy now because they have a diet moon, diet prehistoric, diet meat. Yet the people is very crazy about this. Everything because I have an expression. I don't know how do we say in English, but everything good is bad or firing.
Yeah, so welcome guys back to, oops, what happened to me?
The rest of the guys come back to the
Welcome
room.
back to the main room. Yeah, what did you guys think? The others in the other room. Leticia, what did you think about the conversation?
I like it a lot. I thought about things I have never thought about. And I guess my conclusion of the class is that it's very hard to eat health, mainly because we are in a pandemic situation, then because we suffer a lot of pressure of media, of people, and I think all of it influence in the way in our eating habits. And besides of that, we still have the genetic topic to talk about. So in my opinion, everything's related. And there's a lot of people that try to avoid these things, talking about diets and, I don't know, creating some crazy diets, and that's it.
Yeah, I think it's all related to the beauty standards and everything. So we talked about it here, about eating disorders too. So yeah, we had a great conversation. What about Dionisio? What did you think about the conversation?
I enjoyed the conversation. It was fun to talk how the food and the diet plan is important in our life, and try to avoid eating to our heart's content. So, and also to plan a diet and follow a nutritionist tips and a lot of things.
So, Thiago, what did you think about the conversation? Did you like it?
Yes, it was very excited. I have been in 3 different rooms. I met a lot of people. The conversation was nice.
I'm sorry.
No, but it was very, very nice because I can experience a different point of views.
So, Heitor, what about you? What did you think?
Well, guys, I'd like to discuss quickly about the last question. This is good. For example, well, there are tons of diets. For example, ketogenic diet, low carb diet, and high fat diet, high protein diet, veg diet, stuff like that. Paleo diet, man, it is crazy. Apple diet, man. Well, but despite the tons of diets, which we cannot extrapolate those strategies for the entire population. For example, this is the why, yeah, we should have a personalized diet, if necessary, for the individual. But the bottom line here is to try to change some health habits, for example, to introduce more fruits, more veggies, regardless. If those items are or not organic, because the vast of benefits for our health is based on the common values and food. That is my final message here.
Yeah, I agree with you. I also believe that like some diets we can't put for everyone because everyone has a different type of body and type of organism. So it's not like that. And those diets are really restricted. So somehow it's not like healthy at all. So yeah, I agree with you. So Bruna, what about you? What did you think about the topic and the conversation? How was it in your room?
Yeah, the people in my room were really good, and we had a nice conversation about make me think about all the kinds of habits that people have and different challenges on diets and trying to get healthier depending on the reality of each person. So it was really interesting.
What about Danielle? What did you think? Did you like it? Did you like the topic?
Yeah, I really like the topic because it makes me think about my eating habits, and I realized that I must change my eating habits because I'm not a healthy person, and I try to do to change it as faster as I can.
Yeah, I'm also not 100% healthy. So I think we are always trying to become like better and to eat healthier. So yeah, I agree. Like I'm in the same situation. So Roberto, what about you? Did you like the topic? How was it?
Yes, I like the topic. I like the people we talk in my class too. And I'd like to say it was the first time they teach here with us on TNT. And it was good to hear that she liked to talk with me, Dionísio, Thiago, Fern too. So to hear people like about our conversation today. So for me, it's good to hear.
So guys, yeah, thank you for coming today. I think the time is like coming to an end. So I really like it, the topic. I really like it to talk to you. Yeah, I think it was amazing today. We discussed a lot, and also in the end, we could all talk together, and I think it was great. I could know how was it in other rooms. Sorry, Thiago, for putting you in many rooms. And yeah, I hope you guys come back to my meetings. I love to see you guys here, so please come back at this hour. Yeah, I love to talk to you guys, and that's it.